Was good job about us this week out. We're going to go ahead and get started. Test, test, test. It's Wednesday already, y'all. You know how the mic settings when you hop in here, y'all. We got a few sets we can be looking at in a little bit. Levels of this. The JPY pairs ended up flying last night as well. Like around midnight, 1 a.m. You see right here, this was at 11:15. That thing ended up flying. And then right here, this was midnight when it got to this level. Usually it ended up doing the same thing as well. Let me bring this a little bit higher. See if that sounds better. Well, that's probably why too. My mic not even. Give me one second. Test. Test. It sounds super low. Oh, I know why. Because I got this thing. Oh, I'm doing wrong. Let me fix this. All right, that should be a little bit better. I might just have to speak up a little bit more. So we're going to be looking for buys on indices still. Obviously, yesterday they didn't really do anything too crazy. They kind of just consolidated and stayed in place. But we do see some volume picking up right now. I just got to add a few more levels. So you want to see a magic trick on US30. But on the daily time frame, we can also see that again, it's still following the bullish cycle. Did a lower high, a little retracement. Now we see a green candlestick, so we can break past 35,180, 35,190. We can see price hit 35,300. But let me just add some levels to this really quick. We're going to be watching the indices. We're going to be watching gold. We're going to be watching GBPJPY. And then we're going to look at a few other currency pairs as well. But those are okay. It sounds like I keep going in and out. I don't know what's going on. It was working fine yesterday. But we're going to figure it out. Let me know how the mic sound on y'all's end. Does it sound like I keep going in and out? I'm trying to fix it right now. Those just joining the stream, we have not entered this yet. This is the trade idea. We have not entered this yet. Looking forward to break 35,180 for you. You talking about US30? Yeah. 35,180. Okay, sounds fine. Perfect. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's just on my end. All right, perfect. If it's sounding good, that's awesome. All right, so I'm about to add some more levels onto this. But yeah, we're looking forward to break 35,180 because we can see right here on Monday, it broke that level. But as we can see here, it failed to hold this level as a support. It rejected that level. So, and we also see here that price didn't come back to the support level that it was treating as support on Friday and Monday, where we saw those pushes up. So, since price didn't retrace to that level and it kind of just consolidated and is pushing back up, we're going to wait to see if it can break this level. Let's see if we can hold it as support. But I got to add some more levels to this right here. Also, yeah, I dropped a video last night. I just dropped another trade breakdown last night. If you haven't checked that out yet, make sure to check that out after the stream. I'm going to drop that link in the chat in a second. Let me just add another one of these levels really quick. You guys got any questions? Drop in the chat. When we look at these charts, drop in the chat. But you already know the drill. Patient waiting for these confirmations right now. Trying to figure out where I want to put this to. I'm gonna put it right there. Yeah, so we see volume pushing up a little bit. Yeah, so we're going to see what happens this next 15 because we got about 3 minutes till the next 15 pops up. So I'm going to see what price does there. It's like gold. We're waiting for the same thing. We're waiting to see if gold can treat this resistance level at 2004, 2006 as a support. We saw yesterday when price hit this level, it rejected. Now we're seeing it rallying back up to try to go for round 2. So we're going to see if it can hold this low as support. If it can, we're going to look for a buy setup right here. And then GU kind of the same thing. It literally consolidated on this support level all day yesterday, rejected. Now it's pushing back up. We go on the daily time frame. We see we're bullish. We're gonna see if we can continue to push up. We do got a couple of movements today though. Okay, so in about 20 minutes, we got Australian news. So we'll take a look at that because Australian pairs have been ranging for like the past month. And then at 8:30, we got unemployment claims. 10 o'clock, we got another USD news event. And then at 11:30, we got a Canadian news event. It's a Japanese holiday today. But like I always talk about, these rules that price follows, these rules apply on news days and holidays. Like I was talking about in the Sunday charter analysis, I was talking about we still have bullish momentum. And even though price retraced yesterday, guess what? After we did that retracement all last night, and currently price is still shooting up. So depending on how price reacts to these next couple of levels is going to determine if if it's just a lower high going into a higher high, or this is a low going into a lower high going into a lower low. So we're watching to see how the price reacts to these next two levels on EJ and GJ. But as of right now, we're going to be looking at possible buys on GU, possible buys on the indices, and possible buys on gold as well. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. We're looking at charts, drop in the chat. We're going to see what this next 15 looks like. Yes, sir. I'm waiting on gold as well. I got that marked up right now as well. We'll see what this next 15 looks like. I got into the GBPJPY Tuesday morning. Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up, David. And are you the David that's a member? Because I remember yesterday's live. I was talking to a David. Are you the same David? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. But I went over that in the New York Price Watch as well. I also went over it in the Sunday chart analysis as well as yesterday's London session live. Let me see what he said. I didn't know US30 something London. Yeah, so indices do decent moves during London session. They do some moves during Tokyo session as well, but we catch nice moves during London session on the indices as well as New York session. Obviously, not every London session, but it always depends on the volume and stuff like that. But we've taken trades a bunch of times in London session industry wise. We even did that last month. So we're at last month right here. I think it was like, let's scroll down a little bit. I think that was an oil trade. Let's just scroll and explore a little bit while we're chilling. Give me 1 second. I know we took some, I think it was like maybe the second or third week last month we took some industry trades. I'm trying to find it really quick. That was a GU trade. That was SPX. That was at 10 a.m. We took one during the London session. Okay, so here's one. This was on October 23rd. We took this SPX trade. We entered this during the live stream, broke it down during the live stream this day. And you see it's 3:36 a.m. EST. We took that trade during London session. So it just depends on the prices, meeting the confirmations and stuff like that. But literally, if the markets are open, there's opportunities everywhere. Like there's even sometimes opportunities during Tokyo session with gold and the indices. Now, do I usually take trades during Tokyo session with the indices and gold? Usually not. During Tokyo session, but London session, we setups all the time if they're there. What was that? The 23rd. And yeah, that was this trade right here on the 23rd. So yeah, it just depends. It just depends on the confirmation amount of volume. Because like we saw like last week or yesterday, there wasn't too much volume. But then later on, like a couple hours before New York, that's when things started to push up. Like if you recall Monday's live, I don't know if he was in Monday's live, but if you recall Monday's live, we was looking for this US30 setup during the live stream. This was during London session, was waiting to see if price could hold this level of support. It rejected that level, retraced, and it wasn't until literally New York session started that it broke that level and pushed up. But there are some days where it'll start to move early, right? So we also look at, I think this was Tuesday or Monday as well. This NAS100 trade. I didn't take this trade. I just had this here for when I was breaking stuff down with the members and stuff. But I didn't take that trade. We went for the signal. I could show you this trade as well. I went over this with the members yesterday in the live stream. Members, if you didn't watch yesterday's live, make sure to watch that. But I can show y'all this really quick. So we took this trade. What day was this? This was this 16. All right, so we called this trade out on the 16th. We're gonna scroll up really quick. These are old trades. Nobody take these. So we took call this trade on the 16th. We hit TP1 and rejected, and then later on that day it pushed back up, and we went for a re-entry on it. Right, but we see price was stuck underneath this level right here, rejected again, and it wasn't until Monday the next week that volume came in and did the move we was looking for. And look what time price did this retest. It started to shoot up. This was 30 a.m. This was the beginning of London session. This was 5:30. It did the retracement before New York. This was the 9 o'clock candlestick. This was the 8 o'clock. So yeah, so the London session there do be nice setups, but you know it depends on the day. Just like any other chart, like every day, every session, there's certain slow periods. But yeah, there's also sometimes Tokyo session, but I usually don't recommend trying to look for indice setups during Tokyo session. I'm not going to say that there isn't a setup sometimes. All right, we got to do 5 minutes about to pop up. Let's see what gold's talking about. So gold's doing a retest, still hugging this level. We're going to see if it can, again, we're waiting to see if it can hold this level as support. Because last time price hit this level yesterday, it rejected that level, failed to hold it as support. We see price tried to, then rejected down. So this time, we're going to see if it can hold the level as support. Same thing with GU. GU literally danced here all day yesterday, rejected. Now it's pushing back up, going for round 2. So let's see if price can hold this level this time. We're going to see what these other charts are looking like as well. If y'all got any questions, drop them in the chat. Yeah, the reason why I've been trading the AED pairs is because, as you can see, it's been a mess. They haven't really been looking that nice, in my opinion. That's why I just been leaving them alone. But we do have some news today, so hopefully, like I said, I don't really care which way price goes. I just want to wait for price to go into one of these 2 cycles right here. I'm just waiting for price to go into one of these 2 cycles right here, either the uptrend bullish cycle or downtrend bearish cycle. Even with GN and EN struggling as well. We caught a nice sell on EN. You could have caught a nice sell on GN yesterday also. But as you can see, that thing would trace back up, and now we're right back into the consolidation. It's like failing to break above or below the consolidation. Like it just keeps playing pinball. You get what I'm saying? But even with that happening, we still got a nice move, nice 1 to 3 on EN yesterday. But that's also why I've been looking mainly on the indices, gold, and GJ, because they've been in clean setups. Well, EJ as well, but they've been in clean trends and having clean setups lately. But yeah, we're just patiently waiting right now. Can we look at GJ? Yeah, we can look at GJ. Okay, that was okay. You're saying that. Okay, well, so you've been at home sick. Drink some tea. Some tea. Clean that system out. All right, so GJ, like I said, missed the entry on this. broke this level that was being treated as resistance, broke it last night again at midnight, and it's been taking off since then. Right, just like in the Sunday chart analysis, I was talking about there's still some bullish momentum. Price retrace some, but guess what? When it hit this again, let's break it down. Higher high, higher low, higher high. Like I was saying with, I think I don't know if I said this in a London session live or this was with the members yesterday. I do recall I said it yesterday. I just don't remember which video or live stream I said it in. But as we see here, when it hit the support level, we see literally on Monday and yesterday, it respected that support, broke that level, and now we see potentially the higher high coming into play, right? And we look at today, it's been shooting up literally all day. I missed the entry on this one. So we're waiting to see how price is going to react to 187. If we can break 187 and treat that as support, we can look for buys going to 188. So that's what we're looking at right now. We're waiting to see if price can break that level, or waiting for price to hit that level, retrace back to 186, where we can look for a buy setup. So that's what we're watching right now. EJ is doing a similar move as well. They did the move almost at the same time. Right, broke the level at 1 o'clock, 2 hours before we went live. Missed the setup. Happens, you know. Miss setups all the time. But yeah, I've been noticing a lot of charts been doing moves at midnight, 1 a.m. as well. But yeah, so we're just waiting for the retracements. Again, we don't chase trades. We just patiently wait for price to retrace back to the entry we want, or we wait for the next possible entry. So yeah, that's what we're waiting on with EJ and GJ. I caught gold yesterday, 1995 to 2007. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. You say into that 1995? Yeah, you entered at a good level. Yeah, you entered right after it broke this level. After you probably entered off the retest turn. That was a good entry. You said you got that to 2007. Oh yeah, you got a nice move. That was a nice move right there. You got out right at this level too. That's what's up. That's what's up. What will your TPB for gold? Like I said, if price can hold this level at 2006, 2008 support, the next target would be like 2010, 2020. What's going on, Roman? How you feeling? I see you in here. Those are just joining the stream. We have not entered this yet. These are just trade ideas. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Join a free signal room, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check that out for yourselves. We're 1-0 so far this week. Didn't take any trades last night because, again, EN, GN, EA, GA, they've just been consolidating for the longest. We caught that nice move on EN yesterday. Was looking for a continuation on the EN setups. But as we can see, EN got sucked back into the ranging consolidation as well. So again, there's nothing we could really have done. And then the JPY pairs did a nice move last night, but it wasn't until midnight when it did that move. So we didn't take any trades last night during Tokyo session like we did Monday night going into Tuesday. But right now we're looking at possible buys on indices, possible buys on gold, and then we're watching GU as well. We're watching GU for possible buys as well. If I got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we're looking at your charts, drop them in the chat. Last week was one of the tougher weeks to trade, but we still ended the week below. Let me pull that up as well. Yeah, we're gonna be looking for some setups. I'm gonna be looking for some setups. Like I said, waiting on GJ right now to either break this low or retrace back down. I'm actually gonna move my alerts up on these. That's what I'm about to do. I'm gonna get rid of some of these alerts. I can move them on to GU. We don't need this alert no more. Not GU, GJ. Not GU, GJ. If y'all don't use alerts, I recommend to do so because they just come in handy. I ain't gonna lie. Especially you got other things to do throughout the day. You don't want to stare at the charts all day, like me. Just have the alert set. As long as I'm still trying to figure out how to get it to work on the app because it doesn't work on my app yet. But I also haven't put enough time in to try to figure it out either. I ain't gonna act like I have. But it works on the computer. I mean, y'all hear it beep all the time, at least a few times during the stream. And on the app, it shows like it's possible, but hasn't worked for me yet. But I haven't put in enough time to try to figure it out either. So I'm not gonna act like I've done that. Yes, we wait for GJ to either break this level or retrace back down. GU is having a similar reaction to gold. Oops, I didn't even hear that. Ad. Let me get that for you. We'll need to hear that. Yeah, we see US30 attempting. It's trying to break that level. We're going to see if we can do so. We got a new 15 about to start in about 1 minute. But again, we're just patiently waiting right now. We're just patiently waiting. Miss 1994 where I wanted. And what your entry was is, your entry wasn't too terrible. Even if you would have entered 1994, I mean, depending on your broker and stuff, a spread, it would have got you pretty close to 1995 regardless. So it wasn't a terrible entry. It was still pretty good. But I feel you. That's how I am too with my trades too. You always want to try to improve. Will you please label your GU, GJ, EJ? What do you mean label? You talking about like how I have US30 right here? Is that what you're talking about, David? Let me know. Or how I have like gold. Is that what you're talking about? If that's what you're talking about, I can do that. No issue. Just let me know if that's what you're talking about. Okay, bet. I got you. I'm not in GJ right now. I'll go over GJ again in a second, but I'm not in GJ. The initial entry was down here, but I missed it because I was asleep. It broke this level at midnight, so about 3 hours ago, which was at 186. So we're waiting for price to either retrace back down to 186, where we can look for the buy, or we're waiting for price to break this resistance level at 187. We can break and hold 187, 187 as a support. We can look for another buy setup. So that's what we're looking at right now. The goals rejected that level. Again, it hit that level, didn't break it, didn't hold that support, so that's why we didn't enter. And even if we did enter, we'd be in drawdown right now. So that's why we just patiently wait for its confirmation. Looks like US30 is still trying. But we can see here how it's kind of come to a halt since we're going live. It's come to another reason why we're just patiently waiting to see the price can't even do so. I mean, you should never be in a rush to take any trades. You should not be in a rush while looking for setups or waiting for your confirmations. Because like I say it all the time, like I said in my most recent video, we do not control the markets. The only thing we control is when we enter a trade, when we close a trade, how much we're risking per trade. That's the only things we control. If y'all got any questions, drop them in the chat. We looking at the charts, drop them in the chat. Those just joined the stream. We have not into this trade yet. This is just a trade idea. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal room through Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check that out for yourselves. We're going to pull that up in a second as well. And make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, y'all. Especially the TikTok. We're trying to run the TikTok back up to where we left off before they banned me. All right, TikTok is on the bottom of your screen, _playmaker_way_. Instagram's playmaker_way. I post daily on both pages. So make sure not just to follow, but I'm going to explore the content on there as well. And I also just dropped the video last night. I dropped another trade breakdown last night. So make sure to check that out also. US30 cross 35141. It hasn't crossed that either. Like I have it visually representing. I have a visual representation right here where we're looking at. We're waiting for price to try to hold this level as support. So that's what we're waiting on. The level I got that as 30150, 30160. Also, y'all, in the Sunday chart analysis I dropped earlier this week, I went over all this stuff. Even the trade. I don't think I went over EN in this actually, but I know I went over gold, the indices, GJ, oil as well. I might have went over EN and GN, but I went over US30 and stuff, and the move it did on Monday, as well as the move NAS did on Monday, and the level we're looking at right now. I went over in the Sunday chart analysis, so make sure to check that out. We caught 9,805 pips last week. As far as how we did the week before that, we went three. Was that the week before? Time's been flying. That doesn't even feel like last week. I thought that was like maybe like I don't even know. But we scrolled to November 1st. You're going to see how we did last month. Every trade has the date, time the trade was entered, personal entry, SL, how people have either entered the trade, reactions, TPs getting hit. You'll see literally every day. If you go to photos, screenshots of my positions, screenshots of the signals, student results, testimonials, over 1,000 photos you can look at and check out. But if you go to November 1st, you'll see how we did on a longer term basis last month. This was October, how we did. We went 32-5 to 32 wins, 5 losses, giving us an 86% win rate. Caught a total of 157,680 pips, 125,674 strictly with the members in the advanced play signal room. And then if you scroll to October 8th, you'll see how we did last quarter. And it'll match up with what y'all see on y'all screen. We'll go over that in a second, but let me see what these charts are doing really quick. Yeah, so we rejected, so nothing we can do about that. So we're just waiting again for the price to break, hold these levels as support, because you want to look for buys off support levels, sells off resistance. I'm not really too concerned, or I don't really care that price is rejecting or going down. I'm not going to look for sells, because again, we have bullish momentum. We just had a higher high get made the past couple of days. We just hit a strong support resistance level. Price is currently trading as a resistance, as we can see right here. So we're just waiting to see if we can break that level trade as support. But we're going to retrace down to the level below it and see how it's going to react to the level below it. US30 same thing is struggling to break that level. So we're just letting price do its thing right now. Just patiently waiting and no rush at all to take any of these trades or setups. And I go over that stuff a little bit in this video right here. So be sure to check this video out as well. Yeah, guys, got any questions, drop in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop in the chat. But we're just patiently waiting right now. Because even yesterday, we was waiting for price to hold this level of support during the London session live. It wasn't until later on, like an hour before New York started, that gold ended up doing that move we was looking for. So sometimes it just takes a little while. There's also been days where we caught some nice moves during the live stream, like last week, the week before that. But we're just patiently waiting. We also got a couple of news events today as well. For the USD pairs specifically, we got at 8:30 unemployment claims. 10 o'clock we got another USD news event, and then at 11:30 we got Canadian news. Then we got a Japanese holiday today. Then tomorrow we got a bunch of Euro news back to back to back. 3:15, 3:30, 4 a.m. Then 4:30 we got GBP news. We got an American holiday tomorrow, so that might kind of affect the USD pairs today as well. And then Friday, we got a USD news at 9:45, and that's pretty much it. And then that's going to take us into, well, not straight into December, but, we got one more week before that. So next week, let me see. If I'm not mistaken, let's see. No, we don't really got anything going down next week. And again, is it a coincidence that price had the same exact level? No. That's exactly why we follow these rules and we trade on these levels. We enter and exit off these levels. This is the exact reason why. I'm about to do a poll right now too. So in a little bit, make sure to check y'all's community tab. So I'm about to create that poll so y'all can vote for the next video. You guys got any questions? Drop them in the chat. When looking at any charts, drop them in the chat. I just put a poll up, so go vote for the next video you guys want. So y'all guys go to the community tab. You might have to refresh it, but y'all go to the community tab. I just posted a poll so y'all can vote for the next video. Let me know what y'all want to see. Let me know what y'all want to see. We got a new 15 about to pop up in about 1 minute. We're about to see what happens with this 15. GJ's still pushing up, so that would have been a nice move. But as far as how I look at stuff, especially when I miss setups, yeah, sometimes it's unfortunate, but I'm not going to chase the trade because, you know, I think we all had this experience at least once where, you know, we know we missed the entry, but we see price shooting up, and what happens? We get that FOMO kick in, we enter trade, and then what happens as soon as we take the position? Price retraces right back to where we wanted to initially enter at, and that's just the worst feeling ever, right? So that's why I'm just patiently waiting. So how I like to look at things, if I miss a setup, especially if it's going the direction I wanted it to or I saw it going, I look at that on the bright side. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, at least I knew what I was looking at. At least my projection went correctly. Next time, you know, I'm gonna have even more confidence in my setup because I can see here that, you know, I was right. So that's how y'all should go about trades y'all missed as well, especially, you know, if they're far from the initial entry and stuff like that. We got a little wick on US30, so we'll go see what this next 15 looks like. Am I doing any Black Friday specials? No, I'm not. Not this time. To be honest, I had like my stuff was literally like, you scroll in the free signal room. It wasn't until literally this quarter, like I had my stuff on sale literally almost like all this year practically. Especially those that was here last year. I was, you know, most people ain't know me last year, but those that was here last year, my stuff I was almost giving away for damn near free. And I had sales going on literally all this year, like almost consistently every month I had some type of sale going on. I might do something next month or to start the new year off, but as far as right now, no. But at the same time, I think my prices are low, like extremely low, especially compared to other people. I have it low for a reason. Because again, at the end of the day, like, yeah, I'm running a business, but at the end of the day, I was in the same situation at one point when I was trying to learn from people. Obviously, those I know I taught all this stuff on my own, but I did have at some point people I was trying to learn from. But then, of course, once I realized they weren't trying to teach, that's why I left, and I had no choice but to teach myself. But at the same time, for those that do want to learn, I don't just like have it as, hey, pay me, blah 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 blah. I treat it just like this. It's an investment. So y'all purchase any of the services or programs, you should treat it like it is an investment. And what's a good investment when you get a return on it? So the reason why I have it low and I get so much value, even though it's so low, is because again, I make it so most people, especially if you honestly lock in, you watch the content, you practice, you ask questions, 80 to 90% of the people that join, they make the return on investment every month. You know what I'm saying? That's why most people stay after they join, because they're making the return on investment. Versus if I had it be like hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars, like these other people, you wouldn't really be able to make a return on investment. Because like me, before I went full time, and a bunch of other people, when I was joining these programs, they were costing like $500 a month. Some were trying to charge 1,000 on some crazy stuff. Most people aren't going to be able to make a return on investment on that, because that money they're paying, that should have been money they're putting into their actual accounts. You know what I'm saying? But I might do something on next year. But as of right now, for the rest of the year, I'm not doing anything. I mean, I might do something next month and next year, but no promises. We'll see. If I got any questions, drop in the chat. When we're looking at any charts, drop them in the chat. But as you can see, we're just chilling, patiently waiting. Price rejected those levels. So again, imagine we would have took this trade just because the price broke this level. That's why we do breakouts. Imagine what would happen if we took this trade just because price touched this level. We'd be at an unnecessary drawdown right now and at potential risk of taking a loss. You get what I'm saying? So that's why you just want to patiently wait those extra couple candlesticks, the extra 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever the case is, for that confirmation. Same thing with GU. Imagine we would have took that trade just because price hit this level. Would have took an unnecessary loss. You get what I'm saying? That's why you just want to always be patient and wait for your confirmations. And again, at the end of the day, the way I teach y'all how to trade, look for setups. We're not trying to catch one pump, one candlestick. We're trying to catch the direction price is going for the day. Right? That's why we're able to catch huge amount of pips or the huge moves when trade does end up hitting all TPs and things like that. Is because of the type of moves we're going for. This gold setup. If you would have entered here and it went from here to here, we go on the daily time frame. That was okay. That wasn't. Price started down there. Never mind. I'm thinking of the wrong. I might have mistaken that for US30. Yeah, scratch what I was talking about. US30. Right. So I went over this in the video I dropped yesterday. Right. These levels are not just showing us where price will have like a reaction at, because again, we look at these levels I have marked off, we see similar reaction when price hits this level, right? The price kept hitting this level, we saw price treating this resistance, same level treating as support, resistance. We scroll down, we look at these levels, price treating this low as support, price treating this low as resistance, same low being treated as resistance, later on being treated as support, resistance, resistance. We go to the left, same thing as low that was being treated as support, being treated as resistance right here. All right, price always repeats itself. This low is being treated as resistance. present, that same level yesterday and last week was being treated as support, right? So when you follow the flow of price, you trade off these key prices, risk the same amount every single trade. You go for 1-2 to 1-3 risk reward setups. Is literally damn near impossible to lose long term. You know what I'm saying? Because trading is a long term game. It's great to have good wins on a daily basis, but what's most important is how you end the week, how you end the month, how you end the quarter, and of course, ultimately, how you end the year. But yeah, and also we look at the daily time frame, the same level. Again, last month we was bullish, right? This was October. All October was in a nice little uptrend. The uptrend came to a halt. When price hit this resistance level, it failed to make a higher high here. That's what we want for those sells. Our price is going for round 2 when they rally up, and the same level price struggled to break as support. Is it a surprise that yesterday and today we see price struggling at that same level? No, it's not a surprise. Right? We're literally seeing literally a similar reaction. We're literally seeing a similar reaction in real time. We did have some Australian news, so while we're waiting, let's actually just see out of curiosity if it did anything, or if the AUD pairs are still looking like a mess. All right, so we got an aggressive drop. Let's go on the daily really quick. Y'all guys got any questions? Drop them in the chat. Want to look at any charts? Drop them in the chat. Like how these look right here. Ian looks like it's trying to do the same move it did yesterday. And yeah, as you can see with US30, literally since we've been on the stream, price has just been at the same level, trying to break it but failing. We see the wick showing prices trying to, but it's just kind of stuck. Again, it's not enough volume to break that level yet. New York, pre-New York, because again, we do got a couple news events going into New York session for the USD pairs, and then tomorrow, of course, it's a American holiday. What brokers do I recommend? The broker I use is linked in the description. I use that broker. I used a few other ones. But yeah, the main thing with a broker is there's a bunch of different options. The main thing you need to pay attention to the broker is how long it's been out, and then the details like what are the spreads, what are the charges, and then ultimately make sure that they have the stuff you're trying to trade. Because a lot of times people will make an account with a broker and they don't have the stuff they like to trade. So that's the one thing. That's the things I make sure you want to look at and pay attention to when you're looking for a broker. There's a bunch of different brokers and stuff. But the one I personally use is linked in the description. Everything's in the description. The free signal is in the description. Instagram and TikTok. TikTok's not in the description. I think the Instagram's in the description. But the Instagram and TikTok scrolling at the bottom of y'all screens. Make sure to follow me on those as well. If y'all want to contact me directly, y'all can DM me on Instagram as well. Playmaker_way. Yeah, as you can see, we're just chilling, patiently waiting. It rejected those levels, which is why we didn't take any setups. So we're waiting for one or two things. We're waiting for price to reattempt to try to break it, or we're going to wait to see how price reacts to the support level below it. Yep, and if we would have took that trade, stop loss would have got hit. We would have took an unnecessary loss. So that's why I always talk about wait for the confirmations. Even members in the New York Price watch list, you'll notice me say that all the time. Those that aren't members in the free Telegram, if you watch any of the Sunday chart analysis I drop, you hear me say it in the Sunday chart analysis, where I'll talk about if price can break and hold the level as support or hold the level as a resistance. I always say that for a reason. Because again, we're not just waiting for a breakout, we're not just waiting for price to hit those levels. We need to wait for price to confirm that it's ready to hold that level and make the next push, whether that's up or down, depending on the trend we're in. I was in a sell at 2000, looking stupid when it shot up to 2005. Glad it came back down to my entry. I got out quick. Yeah, that's also why I always talk about them counter trend trade. You know what I'm saying? Like we have bullish momentum, so that's why I'll say that we try counter trend trade because that's stuff that will happen, right? Like I talk about it all the time. Let's go and make a chart. Right? I talk about this literally all the time. That's exactly why I say that stuff. We're not trying to be We're not, well, at least when I trade, I'm not trying to have my emotions all over the place. I'm not trying to be like, ooh, I'm glad that happened, or I feel lucky. That's not how I try to go about trading. Right? I try to go for high probability, high quality setups. So when we look at gold right here, we can see we're clearly bullish. How do we know we're bullish? One, because price is going up, right? But on a more technical point, because we see higher highs getting made. We see higher highs getting made, that's bullish momentum. Just like when we see lower lows getting made, that's bearish momentum. So on this uptrend, not only does the name literally tell us that we're trending upwards, we're in an uptrend, but as we can see here, there's way more green candlesticks than red candlesticks, and then the moves up are way bigger than the moves down. So since we know that we're trending upwards, we know that the green candlesticks are way bigger than the red candlesticks. We see way more green candlesticks than red candlesticks. It literally doesn't make any sense to go for a sell, aka counter trend trade, when we see prices going up 60, 70, 80, 90% of the time, and prices only going down 10, 20, 30% of the time. And then on top of it only being a 10, 20, 30% out of 100 that is going down, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I always just wait for the flow of price. I wait for price meetings and I follow the trend. Because again, look right here. Price bounce, bounce, bounce. What if I went for sales here just because price was treated as resistance? The move up way bigger than the move down, right? Move up way bigger than the move down. Move up way bigger than the move down. Move up way bigger than the consolidation down. And it's the same thing like when we're in a downtrend, right? Moves up way bigger than the moves down. Just like when we're in a downtrend, moves down are way bigger than the moves up. So that's why you want to just wasn't try to catch every candlestick. It's not to catch every pip. It's just when you take a trade, it's got to make sense. And like I talked about in, I don't know if I talked about it in my video I dropped last night. I think it was the video beforehand. Every trade you take got to make sense. You know what I'm saying? It's got to make sense. And again, stuff like that is why people are saying stuff they say about trading, how like it's risky or how it's gambling. It's not risky. You're just being risky with yourself. I'm not talking about you specifically right now. I'm talking about in general now. But like when people talk about trading is gambling, trading is not gambling. You was just gambling. But when people say like, "Oh, trading's risky," or like when I get people that try to argue with me talking about, like they act like when I say this stuff like this, they're a vampire. I just like put garlic outside my door. When I talk about, you should risk more than 1% of trade, and they act like that's craziness. I'm like, how's that craziness? I got a dude the other day that literally said, and this does let me know if I know I'm not tripping, but let me know if I'm tripping, right? I was like, risk more than 1%. I said, you could risk 5% per trade. And then he said you should risk 1 to 3%. If you risk 5%, your profits and the probability of you being profitable is going to drop. I said, how does that make any sense? if you're going for high probability setups, you're going for 1 to 2 to 1 to 3 risk reward setups, and you're risking the same amount every single trade, 1% to 5% wouldn't really affect your win rate. It'll just affect how much you win versus how much you lose. That's the only thing that changes. You get what I'm saying? Gold's just chilling right there. Yeah, US30 is still trying, but as we can see, it's still struggling. It's not ready to do that move yet. So we're going to see what happens later on today. We're still going to be on the charts, of course. GN is pushing up. GU looks like it's about to go for around 2 or 3. Gold, not too much. Let's pull up GJ again. See what GJ is up to. Yeah, GJ's, but we're going to see how it's going to react to this level right here. That would have been a nice move to catch, too. But it's all good. We're about to see if we can catch this next move. We're about to see if we can catch this next move. Do you have a video on how to find your levels? Are you talking about specifically how I do it? Step by step. How I personally find the levels I trade off of? No. But I do have videos showing you how to find support resistance levels and how support resistance works. When you talk about how I personally do it step by step by step, no, I do that. I do that in the lives with the members. And it's in the course, of course, and then one-on-one sessions. But I do have a bunch of videos showing you how to find levels. As far as how I do it step by step, that's on the back end. But I'll drop the video where I go over how to find those levels, because I got a few of those videos. 1 second. Let me find it really quick. Where is it? I got a couple videos. I'm gonna drop a couple videos in the chat. I just been posting lots. So I'm trying to find it. I'm scrolling around now trying to find it. Where is it? Where is it? Let me drop this one. I'm trying to find the specific one I'm looking for. I feel like I'm passing it. I'll catch it to the chat in a second. Let me find this video. It's now it's going to bother me. Yeah, but like I have a bunch of videos. Like I literally dropped a video like a week or two ago about support, resistance, supply, demand. But I got a bunch of videos breaking down how to read the charts. So explore the channel. You know what I'm saying? Explore the channel. I know it's a bunch of videos, but just scroll and explore. I do got playlists splitting things up from trading tips and trade breakdowns. I got trading plan videos, trading psychology videos, trade breakdowns. I got videos on how to read the charts. I got videos on how to read candlesticks. All right, looks like gold and US30 and GU and GJ trying to get their act together. Looks like they're trying to get their act together. Let's see what they're talking about. Let's see what they're talking about. Nice setup. Appreciate that. What's going on? How you feeling? Millions of master. Bro, what does the blue and yellow lines on your chart signify? The blue lines are my daily levels. The gold lines are my 4-hour. But without me saying that, unless you just joined, look how price reacts when it hits these levels. These are the key price levels. All right, we see how every time price hits these levels, we have similar reactions and how they always bounce off these levels, which is why we enter and exit off these levels. All right, these are key price levels. All right, we see how price reacts to these levels. Reacts the same way over and over again. But the blue lines are my daily, the gold lines are my 4-hour. No, these aren't my highs and lows. These are my key price levels. They might match up with highs and lows, but that's not what I'm marking off when I mark these levels off. What's going on, Richie? That's a good video topic, bro. Best high probability setups. High probability setups. I feel like I don't have one titled that specifically, but I can make a video talking about that. But I have a video similar to that. Oh, there go my computer about to die. Do I want to grab my charger? It's already past 2 o'clock. I'm talking right now, so let me grab it so it doesn't die while I'm in conversation. So let me plug y'all up really quick. Bam. All right, cool. All right, so we're good. I got a video with a similar title. I have a video talking about this trading strategy helps me find sniper entries. Kind of similar, not exactly the same. I mean, it's the same, but word wise, it's not. But that's kind of similar. So make sure to check that one out if y'all haven't. I just dropped it in the chat. Yeah, I was trying to scalp a few pills, and my lot size was small. I would have lost 20 if it wasn't. Okay. Should we enter GJ when it crosses, or you'll call it out? You shouldn't rely on me to call a trade out. You know what I'm saying? Well, like I said, I'm not just waiting for it to cross the level. I'm waiting for it to hold it as a support. Right? We look here. We see price was trading as low as resistance. I'm waiting for price, just like with gold. Did I take this trade? Did gold cross this level? No. I'm waiting for it to not just cross it. I'm waiting for it to break and hold that support. Right? Just like here, waiting for price to break, hold that support, shot up. Right? I'm not just waiting for price to touch a level. But this is also why I drop the Sunday chart analysis to go live every day and say the specific price points I'm looking for price to do this at and where I'm looking for this to take place at. So don't just wait for me to call a signal out. Again, like I said in my video yesterday, if you're in the free Telegram simply just for signals or waiting for signals, you're going to be disappointed, and that's not the sole purpose of the channel. I'm trying to teach y'all how to do exactly what I'm doing. All right, that's why it's called the playbook. I'm literally giving y'all the plays, play by play. I break things down candlestick by candlestick. I break things down pivot by pivot. price point by price point. And y'all literally just lock in, watch the videos, put an hour a day towards the charts and learning how to trade, you'll be surprised what happens in 3 months. You'll be surprised what happens in a month. Like literally, there's so much content information. Like you'll be so surprised how many messages I get from people that aren't even members that just watch my shit on YouTube or watch my live streams or my Sunday chart analysis, and they take their own setups. Like I get messages all the time. People talking about, I just watched your videos and it just made things so much clearer for me. Or, that trade breakdown really helped connect the lines and the dots for me. Like there's so much information, not just on my YouTube channel, but the Telegram alone, the YouTube alone, the Instagram alone, the TikTok, well, the new TikTok. Make sure to follow the new TikTok, by the way. _playmakerway_. I'm actually sick as fuck. I got into GBPJPY at 185.97 and at 185.35. I should have just held it. Well, you're saying you should have just held it. Are you saying that just because you see what price is doing right now? Because this is why I tell people all the time, especially new members, like and members, we go to the group chat, you'll see this message. It was from like 2-3 weeks ago. But someone was in there and we took a NAS trade, and she was like, dang, I wish I would have held that because I closed that TP3. And I was like, don't worry about it. You still close the trade blue, which is the ultimate goal. And if you really don't know what price is doing, then at that point, you're not really making a wise decision. You're gambling or just crossing your fingers and hoping something will happen. Like I say it all the time, like if you genuinely don't understand what price is doing in real time, or you're not confident or sure that price can break that level, or if it's a retracement or rejection, just close the trade, especially if you made your daily goal. But to answer your second part of the question, how do you learn to have confidence holding your trades longer? It's just experience, just like with anything in life. Driving a car, playing an instrument, a sport, the more you do it, the more confidence you have. Just like a job, when you first start a job, you might have a little bit, especially something brand new, you might be nervous a little bit, but the more you do it, the more confidence you're gonna have. Like, oh, this is easier than you think. So literally, that's what I'm saying. You just put a 30 minutes to an hour a day watching the charts, back testing. The beautiful thing about trading and most things in life is literally rinse and repeat. You see the same stuff every single day. You see the same stuff every single day. Only thing that changes is holidays, news events, volume, and the trend. That's the only thing that changes. But how price reacts to these key price levels, how price moves, the rules of the charts, all this stuff's the same. You wake up the same time every day. You look at the same charts every day. You look for the same setups every day. You risk the same amount every trade every day. It's all rinse and repeat. So the more you're on the charts, the easier it's going to become. You know what I'm saying? And the more you're on the charts, the more you're going to see these things play out. And that's just going to bring more confidence into you doing the setups and the trades. It's just with experience, right? But on top of having the confidence is, like I say, you go with the flow of price. If I'm going with the trend, if I'm entering off a support resistance level, if I'm risking the same amount every single trade, and I'm okay with what I'm risking, if I'm going for 1 to 2 to 1 to 3 risk reward setups, if I'm not over leveraging, I have literally nothing to stress or worry about. Why? Because I literally have all the probabilities in my favor. Now, does that mean every trade is going to go my way? No. Does that mean every trade is going to blow through all my levels and hit all the TPs? No. But I know that I'm giving myself the best chance to have success in the markets. So if I'm not counter trend trading, if I'm going with the flow of price, I'm trading off a key price level, all these things add up to the having the confidence. Like I said this in the live yesterday with the members when we went live during the news event during New York session. Every trade I take, I 100% believe is going to go my way and it's going to hit all TPs. When a stop loss gets hit, I'm not upset. I'm not mad. I'm more so confused. Like I literally say, that's weird. Why did price do that? And then I hop on the charts to examine what price is doing, what price got going on. Because again, why do I think that way? Why do I have that confidence? One, from experience, and two, because I'm following and sticking to these rules. Good question though. No problem. Okay, I remember you saying that last week about the levels using the top-down method. I don't know. I mean, I don't really use those terms, so I don't know if that's what it's called. But like I say, you watching my trade breakdown. So even my trade breakdown dropped yesterday. Step one is you go into the daily time frame and identify the trend. Then you mark off your key price levels, and then that's when you go in a smaller time frame to look for your entry points. Right. Once you figure out if we're bullish or bearish, then you go find your key price levels and then wait for price to break and hold that next level where you need an entry at. Right. You're looking for buys, you're entering support levels. Looking for sells, you're entering resistance. Instead of closing the trade, your stop loss to close. A good suggestion: move stop loss to the other end of the close 1 hour candle. Yeah, like that's why it says, well, not exactly that last part, but move SL on profit, right? Like if you look in the free Telegram, whenever a final TP gets hit, I always say move SL on profit or close. The reason why I say that is for that exact reason. The price can potentially continue to fly up, right? It can potentially continue to break those levels. But if you have your SL on profit, not only will you have more confidence and feel more comfortable to continue to hold the trade, but even if price retraces on you and hits your stop loss, at least you're still making bread one way or another. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. Shout out to y'all. Y'all had some good questions today. Appreciate everybody that's been in here. Shout out to everybody that's been here from the beginning. Shout out to everybody that's been here since y'all joined. Y'all missed any of the stuff y'all joined late. We are on YouTube. Just rewind. You know what I'm saying? Members, you already know in a couple hours. We're not going to go live today. We're going to go live. Next time we go live is Friday. We're going to go live Friday. We're going to go live Friday for this news event. We're not going to go live today. But we're going to go live Friday again for the news. Members, in a couple hours, you already know I'm going to drop the New York price watch list for y'all. If y'all want to contact me directly, you got any questions, make sure to DM me on Instagram at Playmaker_way. You can DM me on Telegram as well. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I see it scrolling at the bottom of y'all screens. Also, make sure that the first link in the description on the free signal for free Telegram. Make sure to watch the Sunday chart. And well, that's not today. Well, that was today's Sunday chart analysis. I mean, this week's Sunday chart analysis. Make sure to watch the Sunday chart analysis. Check that out. Just dropped the video yesterday. Make sure to watch that video as well as the other content. Again, if it's your first time on the channel, we don't just live stream every day. You know how YouTube works. Go ahead and click that profile, scroll, and explore. We got tons of trade breakdowns, trading tip videos, trading plan videos, trading psychology videos. Speaking of videos, go to the community tab while you're at it and vote for the next video this week. But yeah, as we can see, US30 hit that level, rejected it. Again, treating it as resistance. We're waiting to see if we can hold as support before we go for a buy. Gold did the same thing, hit that level, had a similar reaction like it did yesterday. GJ, again, hit that level, rejected. GU hit that level, rejected. So we're patiently waiting to see if we can break those levels, treat them as support. If those confirmations are met, we have a few setups we could potentially jump into. But again, we're just patiently waiting. You should never be in a rush to take any trades. You should never be in a rush to take any setups, especially when you're up for the week, up for the day, up for the month. You should never be so willing to, give those profits back to the markets. Because again, profit's not yours until you close the trade, and then ultimately until you withdraw those profits. Always keep that in mind, y'all. All right, make sure to hit that like button too, y'all. But we're gonna be back at it. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. All right, cool. But we're gonna be back at it tomorrow, same time, London session 3 a.m. EST.